Well, today we're going for a drive around the streets that are typical Orange, and we'll have some bad streets, we'll have some good streets, and we'll also have some new. But the idea is to give you a factual indication of what is actually happening in our city. And we're coming to one of the busiest roundabouts in town, and it was only 6 months ago this was in shocking condition, and it's been upgraded, been hot mixed, and it's a credit to the staff. I'm going to turn into Wyndham Street, which was basically a de facto bypass for many years, and so you had a very high usage road with a lot of commercial buildings, and it's done its job fantastically well. However, its day is over, and this is in the program in the next 12 months to redo. It's going to be done, no ifs, buts, maybe, and a lot of people will appreciate that straight away because it's a high usage road, high profile street down Dalton Street. And as I said, it's a typical road, so like for example it could have been done up in the last 3 or 4 or 5 years. The road straight ahead going to Clifton Grove, it's in the budget and also in the planning to be upgraded from here out. We're now on the bypass. We've got sections here which was done in recent times, and as you can see this has got to be redone. It's not a case of the foundations being a problem, it's only the top section, and that will be done in the next 6 to 12 months in our program, fully funded, planned. We're now onto the hot mix from basically in front of our major new subdivision here, Industrial Estate. We are now into the new section which has been laid in the last 6 months, coming onto the major roundabout in front of Bunnings. On our right hand side is the Clergate Road, which with funding, 50% funding, we will be able to upgrade. It's certainly a challenge. It's certainly got a lot of heavy traffic in that section, but it is in the plan, going to be done, not maybe, funded, fully funded and planned, and it'll happen in this next 12 months. I think the numbers in the Northern Bypass now is upwards of 8,000 to 10,000 a day. Enormous amounts of heavy trucks that have come out of the main street. This was one of the worst sections of the bypass. It's now super quiet, holding up to the conditions, and we expect it to be there for many years. We're now leading down to what used to be the Mullion Creek Road or the Burrendong Way. Now this is sort of an original bit of road that's been done a number of years ago, and we will be doing this section. This road is as good a road as you'll find anywhere. It's well constructed, it hasn't got a blemish, and I think this is what everybody would be keen to have, at least as good as this or even better. We're coming back into town now. We've got about a kilometre, less than a kilometre, which is one of the original roads. It will be done in this program as well. And as I said, the roundabout's been done up in hot mix, so that's fine. Now we've got a section here which is the same as the other side, and it's got quite a bit of patching, and it's got to be upgraded. We'll turn left here and go down Dalton Street. You know, this is the typical Orange Road, great road within the city. It's a community in residential area, no trouble at all. We're going to turn into Byng Street, where the road is has to be done, but people might see, and it's pretty common sense when you think about it, there's a major upgrade in regards to Wantama, and it's a bit silly to do this right now and then get it ripped up, so we've basically tried to make it. It's a bit of a patchwork, but the fact is people be patient and drive to the conditions. That block will be fixed. This is just a typical snapshot. It's no good going around saying everything's perfect, but what we're trying to point out is that the roads are being updated. We're in a far better position we were 12 months ago. We had a budget of 7 million, we got to 8.3 million last year. The budget now is 15 million, but money's not everything. It's got to be done right in a good fashion. And like, for example, this section here in front of the Ex-Services Club, Templars Mill Motel, this was left in a very ordinary condition for a couple of years while they did their extensions, and now it's absolutely magnificent. The positive decision of all councillors and the staff to hot mix the majority of road system in Orange in the business area is paying huge dividends. If anybody in the community would like to know a bit more about the roads or what the program is, if you get on the website of Orange City Council, and it's all documented there, people will be absolutely amazed. The biggest problem is with roadworks is the fact that if you've got a shocking road and it gets fixed, it's only 6 months and you forget about it, of how bad it was. In Orange there's certainly been major improvements. Now they can always be better, but the fact is that there is a plan and the staff are working on it with the support of our councillors in encouragement, and also I think majority of our community. The main thing is to be positive. It should be looked at, whether it's sort of half full rather than half empty, and I think we've got the formula. Glenn Taylor, our chairman of Works, in 2 years has been able to steer the council in regards to that committee to convince the council that we spend more money but do a better job, and I think we've got the results so far, and at the end of this 12 months I think everybody will be extremely happy.